How safe are you in 2025? How safe are we in 2025? This is a question that you should be asking yourself. And I'm not even talking about somebody that can cause harm to you or, put you in physical danger. I'm not talking about that. So let's get into today's video. Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing great today. People are suffering due to job loss, and it seems like every day or every other day you're hearing about a job loss, mass layoffs, and they're continuing to rise. Tech companies are seeing major layoffs and being heavily impacted. And this is probably me being really naive, but I honestly thought that, like, if you told me a year ago that if you were in tech that you would be seeing, or we would be seeing this amount of layoffs in that industry, I would have told you, yeah, I don't think so. They're going to be just other industries that are hit harder. But the tech is what alarms me, because especially now that we're moving a lot towards AI and AI is being more used, more now so than ever, to see so many layoffs in the tech industry is very concerning. And it just makes you wonder exactly what we have to look forward to in the future. The healthcare industry is seeing major impacts due to the government cuts and funding issues as well. So we have Memorial Hermann, we have Kaiser Permanente, we have the Mayo Clinic that are all have experienced or will continue to experience mass layoffs due to these issues. They're making cuts from, technicians, nurses, administrative staff, and support. It's not just one area of the hospital being impacted, and it's just not one or two states that are being impacted. We are seeing this across the board, across the United States. In fact, 53 hospitals or healthcare systems are seeing major layoffs. Funding is being cut in so many different areas. It's affecting so many people. The people who rely on healthcare and need healthcare the most will be impacted. And I know a lot of people are split with what's going on, and I'm not going to make this political at all, but a lot of people don't care until it affects them personally or someone that they know in their family or a close friend or family member. That's when it's like an eye-opening experience. So when it comes to Medicaid, for example, a lot of people think that, a lot of people shouldn't get Medicaid. Medicaid needs to be cut completely or see major reductions. Let me just throw this in here for you. 60% of skilled nursing facility patients receive Medicaid. That is over half the population in skilled nursing facilities. Long-term care, I think that's a little bit more, maybe it's a tad bit lower, I cannot remember. But again, these are your grandparents, your great-grandparents that are in these facilities a lot of times. And without Medicaid, they won't have a place to stay because sometimes the need and level of care that they need, a lot of families have decided that they can no longer care for that member in the home. So this is what the skilled facilities for. This is what the long-term care facilities are for. What happens when that facility doesn't get that money? It's kind of like the rent situation. You don't pay your rent, you're going to be evicted. You're going to be left making a decision as to what to do for your loved one. Furthermore, there are facilities that are shutting down at this moment. There are skilled care facilities shutting down. This is stuff that's happening now. We're not talking about stuff that can possibly happen in the future. We are seeing the impacts of decisions that have been made right now. And again, I want to reiterate, just because you are not being impacted by certain things that are not going on does not mean that a family member of yours, a friend of yours, somebody that you care about deeply will not be impacted because of these cuts and changes. And then what happens? It's like you have a change of heart. If you think you're safe in your job, just make sure you have a backup plan. And at this point, I feel like we need to have a backup plan for our backup plan. And you have to remember that the healthcare industry, like some other industries, already have seen a reduction of employees, since a couple of years ago. And so a lot of people left with what was going on a couple of years ago and haven't returned. A lot of people now are facing burnout with those specific jobs as well because of the high demand, the physical toll mentally and physically that it can take on your body. So we want to take all this into account. And again, I'm just going to keep on saying, make sure you are prioritizing your health, taking care of your health, doing what you need to do to stay as healthy as possible. Learn those medical skills. Like, if you have nothing else, learn medical skills, because you never know when you're going to need it. If you live in a rural area, please make sure that you know how to administer like CPR, that you know basic first aid, basic life-saving measures until maybe help gets there, because, with shortages, those rural areas are being impacted. And you need to know how to do these things until A, you get that person to the hospital, or B, until help arrives, which could be, some time. It may take a little bit of time. Even if you don't live in a rural area, make sure that you're able to do things, because just in general, depending on where, the ambulances are parked or, cops are parked, it may take them a little bit of time to get to you. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. You guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about all of these layoffs? Have you been impacted by any layoffs at your company? Have you had any relatives or close family members that have been impacted by this? What are you doing to make sure that you are preparing? Oh, one last thing, you guys, before I wrap this video up. If you don't mind, drop down something in the comments. You don't have to write a long sentence. If you just want to give like a thumbs up or drop a heart, it doesn't matter. It just helps YouTube notice that people are actually watching my video and enjoying it, and it can help share this video out to other people. If you don't mind liking the video, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you here. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, you guys. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.